You know, I talked a few days ago about the UN, another UN agenda. You know, we got the UN Agenda 21, we got UN Agenda 2030 for sustainability, et cetera, and we have the UN agenda to replace the people of the West, to replace Western civilization, our system of laws, our culture, our people. They justified it by saying that the birth rates were falling across the West and that the population was dying out. So we needed to bring in millions of people from the third world so they could provide us with Social Security. Yeah, right. That's their objective. No, it's not. And let's talk about what's really causing this, because we had a study today talking about how sperm counts have plunged 60% in 40 years. I'll get to that article in a minute. But here's how this thing starts to roll. From Infowars.com today, the EPA has quietly approved Monsanto's genetic engineering technology. It's called regulatory capture, folks. They recently and quietly approved Monsanto's new genetic engineering technology. Don't tell anybody. They don't have public hearings. They skip all of this stuff so the EPA can run this through. This is an insecticide that is not sprayed on the crops. Instead, they manufacture this in the DNA of the crop itself. The plant's self-made, genetically tampered stuff disrupts a crucial gene in the Western corn rootworms. So to give you an idea of what's happening here, this is not a pesticide that they're putting on it. This is not a pesticide that they're putting in it. They're genetically modifying the corn so that it will then in turn genetically modify the bugs that it wants to kill. Now, what could possibly go wrong with that, right? If you're going to start putting substances in there that create genetic modifications in the insects that you're trying to kill, what do you think it's going to do to the humans that eat this? You think it might cause genetic modifications in us? Yeah, quite possibly. But let's not have hearings about it. Let's rush that through very quickly and quietly so nobody pays any attention. And then what is the bottom line on all this? Well, a study today that came out of reported by the UK Independent, and this is a very large study. They say sperm counts in the West, as I just pointed out, have plunged by 60% in 40 years. And they say as modern life damages men's health. And what's the first thing they say? Pesticides or hormone disrupting chemicals, or maybe genetic disrupting substances that they put in your food supply. Diet, stress, smoking, all these other things. You know, we've been told for so long that the declining birth rates in the West were a result of affluence. They're a result of us being preoccupied with our careers, delaying our child rearing years and so forth. They were social choices. No, the physical changes that they have put in. That's the predominant cause. That's why Alex has been so energized to sell products to let you protect your health. You know where this is coming from. Let's talk about what's going on. The sperm counts that have dropped are just the tip of the iceberg, folks. It has damaged men's health in a variety of ways. The same trend, however, was not seen in the parts of the world where the UN has already planned to bring people in. South America, Africa, and Asia. One expert commenting on the study said it was the most comprehensive to date, and he described the figures as, quote, shocking and a wake-up call for urgent research into the reasons driving the fall. They pretend they don't know what it is, okay? We very well know what this is. The public health implications, they say, however, are even wider. Recent studies have shown that poor sperm count is also associated with overall morbidity and mortality in men. So do you understand? Even if you don't want to have children, you're going to be sicker. You're going to die earlier, men, because there's a war on men. There's a war on the West. It is not just a social war. It's not just the social justice warriors. It's Monsanto and the EPA that covers for them. They're coming for your health. They're coming to reduce the number of men, to reduce the West. It is a great people replacement program. Yet again, we see what's happening with this.
We're selling a product, DNA Force, that is the very best nutraceutical that we can produce. Dr. Group, you took years for you to develop DNA Force for us.
It's been something that I've been working on for a long time, Alex, because I think it's very, very important. What the aging process is when the cell replicates, we lose a little bit of our telomeres. Telomeres are the little cups on the end of our chromosomes.
And when it runs out, you start dying.
We chose the PQQ because it has over 175 different clinical trials. It's one of the most effective substances in the world. It works like an antioxidant. It works to repair nerve growth factor.
So this is a formula to deliver the maximum amount. It's in powder form.
We have so many 5-star reviews. I take this. This is the product that I take.
InfoWarsLife.com, and the profit we make. We fight the globals. We fight the New World Order. Secure your DNA force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.